here at Jim Goda Field on the campus of Moorhead Senior High School. Tonight, the Storm of Sauk Rapids Rice and our Spuds of Moorhead Senior High School and high school girls soccer. Concession stands and restrooms are located at the west end of the main bleachers here at Jim Goda Field. Special thanks to Nicole for orthopedic and sports medicine coverage from Sanford. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you all rise, if you would please, and direct your attention toward the east end of Jim Goda Field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for both squads. First, for our visitors on the scoreboard this evening, the Storm of Sauk Rapids Rice.
Hello and welcome to tonight's girls soccer broadcast on Spuds TV. I am Riley Swenson. I'll have the play-by-play this evening as the Moorhead Spuds take on the Storm of Sauk Rapids Rice. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. For Sauk Rapids, they will have Addison Eisenschenk, Justice Florin, Abby Fedema, Chloe Ryder, Ava Plemmel, Ashley Konietzko, Gabriel Fernholz, Olivia Bauer, Cora Welch, Addison Froyland, and in net will be Maggie Fernholz. For your Moorhead Spuds, they will go with Allie Peters, Sydney Tweeton, Summer Carlson, Lila Stanley, Caden Sharp, Ellie Feeney, Maria Zanatti, Olivia Watson, Chloe Strom, Kate Casabud, and in net will be the senior Emily Sukup. Spuds picked up an opening season win last Thursday in Rocori, 17-0, as Olivia Watson filled up the stat sheet with 11 goals in that one. This will be Sauk Rapids Rice's first game of the season, as they're getting their season underway tonight at beautiful Jim Goda Stadium. As the starting lineups are announced over the PA for both teams, we'll be underway shortly.
Number 4, Sydney Tweeton. Number 6, Summer Carlson. Number 8, Lila Stanley. Number 10, Caden Sharp. Number 12, Ellie Feeney. Number 13, Maria Zanatti. Number 14, Olivia Watson. Number 15, Chloe Strom. Number 16, Kate Kozova. And finally, number 20, Emily Sukup. The Spuds are coached by Mr. Marco Campoverde with the rest of the coaches, players, and staff of the Moorhead High School Spuds girls soccer team. Let's play soccer.
And we are underway tonight with girls soccer action from Jim Goda Stadium right here at Moorhead High School, as Moorhead will take the opening kick from Sauk Rapids Rice and maintain possession, as Olivia Watson carries it into Sauk Rapids Rice territory. Fumbled there, but she gets it back. She'll find her teammate Maria Zanatti, who makes a move into the box, but a nice defensive play there by Addison Eisenshank of the Storm. And it'll be a free kick for Sauk Rapids Rice. Fernholz set to take the kick for the Storm, as she boots it up off the shoulder of Fedema, and will be played back to Moorhead Summer Carlson. Lila Stanley up to Sydney Tweeton, and she passes over to Chloe Strom. Strom passes it through the Sauk Rapids Rice defense and finds Maria Zanotti in the box. As she looks to Olivia Watson, but it'll be off her feet. And back to Watson now in the box as she tries to make a move, and it'll bounce out to Sydney Tweeton over to Chloe Strom. And cleared out there by Ashley Konietzko of the Storm out to Ellie Feeney. That ball roll out of bounds off of Moorhead's Olivia Watson and be a throw-in for the Storm. Throw-in taken away there by Carlson as she gives it up to Watson. Watson makes a move looking for Kasaba, but it'll be taken away by Fedema of the Storm. Nice play there made by Allie Peters as she intercepts the pass and gets it up to Olivia Watson, who carries it in and finds Chloe Strom in the box. And her shot will be deflected off a Storm defender over to Maria Zanotti and eventually out to Ava Plummel. Plummel carrying up the right side for the Storm, defended there by Ellie Feeney, and Lila Stanley comes over to take it away for the Spuds. Stanley finds Zanotti. Zanotti threw a couple of Storm defenders to Olivia Watson. Watson passes it back for Zanotti. See if she can get to it before it rolls out of bounds, and she will not be able to. It'll be a goal kick for the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. So some nice pressure from Moorhead early on, getting some chances. But the Storm defense is right there to make the plays, as it will be Fernholz to take the goal kick. Allie Peters with possession from Moorhead. Now will be Sydney Tweeton back to Summer Carlson. Carlson's pass intercepted by Ava Plummel, back to Ellie Feeney, and she'll find Maria Zanotti. Maria Zanotti dribbles it upfield for the Spuds. She'll pass it back to the middle of the field for Summer Carlson. Pass intercepted there by Addison Froyland of the Storm. They'll be out of bounds and a throw-in for Moorhead. Peters there to take the throw-in, and she'll find Tweeton, who sends it right back to Peters. But Peters stepped over the line of the throw-in, so it will be Storm ball. That will go right back out of bounds and be Moorhead possession again, as they throw it into Kate Cossabud, who sends it right back to Allie Peters. Lila Stanley steps up to make the play and sends it back into Sauk Rapids territory, where it'll be picked up by Chloe Strom. That'll be cleared out by Konietzko of the Storm, back out to Lila Stanley, and she'll find Caden Sharp. Stanley with it again, trying to go over the Sauk Rapids defender, and she finds Olivia Watson, who makes a nice move into the box. She'll put a shot on net, but Maggie Fernholz is right there to make the save. Fernholz will boot it into a steep wind coming at her. It's the wind coming out of the west going east tonight. It'll be tough for the goalies on that end to get anything behind the ball. As Fernholz will try it again. This time opts for a lower kick. And Moorhead will have possession back to Lila Stanley. Her pass is intercepted there by Chloe Ryder. But Stanley will again clear for the Spuds. The ball is fought for by Kate Cossabud. And she will have possession and be deflected out of bounds off of Abby Fedema and be Spuds throw-in. Summer Carlson takes the throw-in and passes it back to Lila Stanley, who sends it over to Ellie Feeney. Feeney up to Chloe Strom with Olivia Bauer defending. Zanotti in the middle of the field. She sends a through ball up to Olivia Watson, who stops it right on the end line. Nice play there by Watson to keep it in bounds and give the Spuds a scoring chance here. She sends it in the box, but it'll be saved there by Maggie Fernholz. So a nice play by Watson to stop it before it rolls out of bounds. But nonetheless, it'll be a save by the Storm. And they'll punt it back into Moorhead territory. Carlson there has her pass deflected by Justice Florin, but Allie Peters will get the ball back from Moorhead, and they'll send it back to goalkeeper Emily Sukup to regroup. Sukup finds Ellie Feeney open along the left side, and she gives it up to Chloe Strom and gives it right back to Feeney, a little give and go. Feeney finds an open Caden Sharp in the middle of the field, who gives it up to Sydney Tweeten, but a nice play there made by the Storm's Addison Froyland. But Maria Zanotti gets the ball back, and she's into the box for Moorhead. She sends it, and it's in for a goal. The Spuds take an early 1-0 lead after a nice play by Maria Zanotti. Takes it into the box and beats the goalkeeper to the far side. So the Spuds had some early chances and finally get on the board after a couple nice saves by Maggie Fernholz of the Storm. Maria Zanotti finally gets one by her, and it'll be 1-0 Spuds. As the Storm will send it back into play and try and get that goal back. It'll be Olivia Bauer.
Time of the Moorhead Spud goal, 6:54 of the first half.
Now Gabrielle Fernholz with it. Undefended there by Allie Peters. Up to Sydney Tweeten. Olivia Watson with the ball now for the Spuds. She'll send a through ball for Sydney Tweeten. She gets by the Sauk Rapids Rice defender, but a nice play there by the goaltender. Knock it out of bounds, and it'll be a Spuds throw-in. Kate Casabud there to take the throw-in for the Spuds. Looking for Caden Sharp, but deflected out there and taken in by Gabrielle Fernholz of the Storm. But again, taken away by Chloe Strom, and it'll be Spuds' ball. Olivia Watson trying to get by a defender, but deflected there and back to Chloe Strom. Strom sends it over to Casabud. Her pass will be well defended, but right back out to her. As Abby Fedema makes some nice moves there for the Storm to get the ball out of their territory, but it'll be right back to the Spuds and Summer Carlson. Carlson makes a nice move, getting by a couple defenders here. She carries it into the middle of the field, and she sends a nice pass through for Maria Zanotti. Zanotti into the box again. And she crosses it, but nobody's home for the Spuds. A nice play there, but the ball will roll harmlessly, not out of bounds. The Storm will save it there and get it up to Kate Casabud, who has it there for the Spuds, and she gives it off to Chloe Strom. Strom back to Ellie Feeney. And right back to Strom off of Sauk Rapids defender. Kicked away there by Froyland of the Storm, and out to Caden Sharp, who gives it off to Kate Casabud. Casabud will play it back to Peters. And right back to Sharp. Sydney Tweeten carrying up the far side and working on a Sauk Rapids Rice defender, gives it off to Olivia Watson. Watson setting up now just outside the box. Makes a move on Froyland of the Storm. Watson into the box, making nice moves. Caden Sharp will shoot from the top of the box, but it'll be over the net and be a Sauk Rapids Rice Storm goal kick. As we are 10 minutes into the game now on the Bellbank scoreboard, it reads Moorhead 1, Sauk Rapids Rice nothing. Moorhead getting on the board with that Maria Zanotti goal. That's where we stand now. Zanotti with a nice pass up to Watson. Her shot will be deflected away by the Sauk Rapids Rice goaltender Maggie Fernholz. A nice save there to deny Watson. And that will set up a Spud Boosters corner kick for your Moorhead Spuds. Zanotti is there to take the corner kick. And she will send it into the box off of Olivia Watson's head and out of bounds for a Storm goal kick. And the Spuds will send in some substitutions, as it will be Ella Rice, Ella Watsky, and Haley Clem into the game, replacing Chloe Strom, Sydney Tweeton, and Allie Peters.
Number 18, Haley Clem, and number 19, Ella Rice.
So some new Spuds on here early in the game, getting some fresh legs as they lead 1-0. Goal kick will bounce over Sharp's head and deflected off Carlson and given off to Kate Casabud, who plays it back to Haley Clem. Ball given back to Caden Sharp now, and she'll find Lila Stanley. Stanley up to Watsky. It'll be cleared out by Froyland. Out to Haley Clem. Clem pass up to Watson on the far side. Defended there by Abby Fedema of the Storm. They'll be taken away there by Haley Clem and given off to Olivia Watson. Watson will send it into the box and find Zanotti. Zanotti with the left foot again, and another goal for the Moorhead Spuds. A nice play there from Watson over to Zanotti as she makes a nice move on the Sauk Rapids Rice defender and puts it in with her left foot.
Scored by number 13, Maria Zanotti.
A great cross there by Olivia Watson to find her open teammate, and a great finish as well by Maria Zanotti to give the Spuds a 2-0 lead here. Storm looking to get that goal back, as Gabrielle Fernholz will chase it down, but it'll be back to Emily Sukup for Moorhead. Stanley gives it off to Kate Casabud, and she deflects it to Watson. Watson plays a nice through ball to Zanotti. Zanotti into the box, makes a move to get by the defender, and it'll be another goal for the Moorhead Spuds. A nice play by Maria Zanotti, and she has a hat trick here early on in the game. Another nice passing play from Watson up to Zanotti, as she makes a nice dribble move around the Sauk Rapids Rice defender. And it'll be 3-0 here, as the Spuds are really getting into a groove now.
Time of the first half goal, 12:43.
Fernholz will send it back into play for the Storm as they just try to regroup here and see if they can get one on the board. Pass deflected there by Zanotti. And it'll be Eisenschenk for the Storm. Pass taken away there by Caden Sharp. She'll give it off to Watsky. Chloe Ryder carries it up the field for the Storm. It'll be taken away there by the Spud defense and given off to Kate Casabud. Casabud plays it back to Clem. Clem passes and it will be deflected there by Konietzko and fired out of bounds and be a Moorhead Spud throw-in. Watson with it again now, as she surveys and finds Ella Rice. But a nice play there by Maggie Fernholz to get it out of the box for Sauk Rapids Rice and stop that chance for Moorhead. As the Storm retain possession now, as Chloe Ryder takes it up the field. Summer Carlson up to make the play, but another pass there by Ryder, but Ellie Feeney's right there. And it'll be back to Ryder into the box, but Emily Sauk up there to pick it up and stop that Storm scoring chance. And she'll throw it out to Kate Casabud, and we go the other way. Casabud gives off to Watson. Watson looking again for Zanotti, but it'll be through to Fernholz and kicked away. Clem back to Sukup. She gives it up to Carlson, who gives it off to Casabud. Casabud back to Carlson, and her pass will be intercepted there by Abby Fedema. Maria Zanotti with it on the near side for the Spuds. She's your goal scorer tonight with all three for the Moorhead Spuds as they lead 3-0 on the Bell Bank scoreboard. Zanotti making some nice dribble moves. She tries to go over the top, but it'll be off the head of Addison Froyland for the Storm. A nice defensive play there. It'll be given off to Olivia Bauer, but her pass is intercepted by Ellie Feeney, off to Caden Sharp and up to Watsky. Watsky looking for Watson, but another nice play by Froyland to stop that chance. Spuds getting their first goal roughly 7 minutes into the game, and then two quick ones right after that to bring our score to 3-0, all three by Maria Zanotti. Ball will be cleared there by Konietzko, and it'll be sent all the way back to the Moorhead goaltender, Emily Sukup. Summer Carlson with it along the far side for the Spuds. She's ran into there by Chloe Ryder. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be a Sauk Rapids Storm throw-in. Into the game now for the Storm will be Kiana Gugesberg, and back in for the Spuds will be number 15, Chloe Strom.
Substitutions checking in for the Spuds, number 15, Chloe Strom. And for Sauk Rapids Rice checking in, number 33, Kiana Gugesberg.
So Moorhead will take the throw-in and play it back in their own end. As the Storm looking to get one of those goals back. Their pass will be sent through and taken there by Emily Sukup. Sukup will send it up the far side and go out of bounds and be a Storm throw-in. Abby Fedema there to take the throw-in for the Storm. Lila Stanley there to clear it out for the Spuds, but sent right back off of Addison Froyland. Now the ball will be out of bounds off of Kate Casabud and be another Sauk Rapids throw-in. The throw-in will be right back out of bounds, be a Moorhead Spud throw-in. Entering the game now for the Spuds will be number 9, Haley Bedford. She will replace Kate Casabud. As we near the midpoint of the first half, your Spuds leading 3-0 on the Bell Bank scoreboard. Ball will be taken there by the Storm's Chloe Ryder, but intercepted and up to Summer Carlson. Carlson gives back to Bedford. It will be Gabrielle Fernholz sending it into Moorhead territory as Feeney plays it back to Sukup. Summer Carlson gives off to Haley Bedford. And Bedford finds Chloe Strom. Strom looking for Olivia Watson. Tries to make a move past the Sauk Rapids Rice defender, but a nice play by Ashley Konietzko. She will kick it out of bounds. and be a Moorhead throw-in. So nice play there to track the ball down and get it out of bounds and be a throw-in instead of a corner kick there by Konietzko over the Storm. As Watson will take it now just outside the box. And she'll give off to Chloe Strom. It'll be taken there by Froyland. Out to Haley Clem, but she will not be able to get there before it rolls out of bounds, and it'll be a Storm throw-in. Throw-in will be taken by Abby Fedma. Fedma's throw-in finds Haley Clem, and she'll play it back to Summer Carlson. Carlson over to Stanley. Stanley will get it up to Watson. She carries it into the Sauk Rapids Storm box. She'll fire with her left foot towards the net, but a nice save made there by Maggie Fernholz. So another nice scoring opportunity for Moorhead, but again, Fernholz is right there to make the save. Fernholz will send it back out near midfield. It'll deflect off Bedford over to Chloe Strom. Strom sends it right back to Bedford. She'll get it to Olivia Watson, but taken away there by Abby Fedema. It'll be back to Chloe Strom in the middle of the field. Strom looking up to Watsky as she carries it into the box. She shoots, and it will roll into the net for a Moorhead Spud goal. So Fernholz was there to make the save, but just out of the reach, and it'll roll by for a Moorhead Spud goal as they extend their lead 4-0. It'll be Ella Watsky who gets that goal for Moorhead to extend the lead. And the Storm really looking to get a goal now before Moorhead can extend their lead any further before we get to the halftime break.
Time of the Spuds' first half goal, 20 minutes, 43 seconds.
It'll be Watson who makes a move, and she's on the attack again. She carries it into the box, and she will send it off the crossbar. What a shot by Olivia Watson, but all for naught as it deflects off the crossbar and out to Ellie Feeney. Newly entered Spud there, Haley Stordahl will play it off to Haley Bedford. She gets it up to Watson. Watson makes her move into the box. But Konietzko's there to make the play, and it'll be out of bounds, and a Spud throw-in. Ball will be taken in by Fedema of the Storm. She'll play it up the far sideline, but be out of bounds for a Spud throw-in. Caden Sharp takes the throw-in and gives it off to Chloe Strom. Strom fires it at the net. They'll be off of Fernholz and tracked down by Moorhead's Allie Peters. Peters sends it back to Strom. And her pass will be taken away, but right back to Allie Peters and over to Stordahl. Stordahl makes a move into the box. And they'll be deflected out to Caden Sharp. Sharp over to Bedford to Watson, right back to Sharp. She will have it in the box, and another save made there by Maggie Fernholz. A nice play by Caden Sharp to get that shot on net, but Fernholz is there to make the save. Ellie Feeney now plays it back to Lila Stanley, who gets it up to Haley Stordahl. Caden Sharp fakes the pass. And it'll be played there off of Chloe Strom. Emily Starr with the ball for the Storm. Her pass will be intercepted by Stordahl. Stordahl gives off to Feeney, and she will give it up to Addison Eisenschenk of the Storm. It'll be out of bounds off of her and be a Moorhead throw-in. Entering in for the Spuds will be number 11, Gabby Wolf, as she will replace Haley Bedford. Feeney's throw-in is deflected there by Ashley Konietzko, but taken in by Watson. Watson dribbles into the box, tries to make a pass over, but that pass will be deflected by Addison Froyland, and will result in a Spud Boosters corner kick for Moorhead. Watson there to take the corner kick, and she gives it up to Chloe Strom. Strom into the box now, and it'll be off of Ashley Konietzko and be another Spud Boosters corner kick for Moorhead. Watson sets it up again and sends it into the box. Be off the head of Chloe Strom and be out of bounds. So it will be a Sauk Rapids Rice Storm goal kick. Fernholz kicks it out over her teammate of Abby Fedema. And it'll be Haley Clem to take the throw in there for the Spuds to Allie Peters. Peters defended there by Froyland. The ball will be out of bounds and another throw in for Haley Clem. Clem into Stordahl. And it'll be cleared out to Summer Carlson. Fights with Gabrielle Fernholz for the ball and give it back to Ellie Feeney. Feeney finds Watson, who puts it over the head of the goalkeeper, but just wide. So nice pass there by Feeney up to Watson, but her shot is just wide. As Eva Plemmel enters back in for the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. Storm playing their first game of the year tonight, as Moorhead plays in their second, off to a 1-0 record, beating Ricori last Thursday. And they pick up right where they left off tonight, already being up 4-0. As Feeney will look again for Watson. She'll track it down and stop it before it goes out of bounds. Watson sends it back to Strom. And she'll give it back to Caden Sharp. Ellie Feeney along the near sideline now. They'll be taken in by Olivia Bauer, but be out of bounds, and a Moorhead throw-in. Entering the game for the Spuds will be number 17, Grace Bernstrom. She will place Haley Clem.
Subbing in for the Moorhead Spuds, number 17, Grace.
As the Spuds take a throw-in, Feeney sends it in, but it's taken away there by Bauer. But given back to Caden Sharp, who looks for Olivia Watson, makes a quick pass over to Haley Stordahl. Back to Sharp. Defended there by Eisenschenk. It'll be out of bounds. And a throw in for the Storm. Chloe Strom dribbles it up the field for the Spuds. And she'll send it past Allie Peters and into the arms of Maggie Fernholz. Fernholz will boot it into the night sky. They'll be out of bounds and taken for a throw in there by the newly entered Grace Bernstrom. Bernstrom into Wolf and sent back to Carlson. Carlson will find Feeney along the near side. She'll send it up where the pass will be deflected there by Konietzko, but taken back by Stordahl up to Peters, and she'll find Watson. Watson rips it from just outside the box, but a save made there by Maggie Fernholz. Another great save there by the Storm goaltender as Watson ripped that one on net from just outside the box. And that will be deflected out of bounds and be a Spud Boosters corner kick. Watson lines it up and sends it in. And will be deflected there off of Gabby Wolf and over the net and be a Storm goal kick. A beautiful night here for soccer at Jim Goda Stadium as we play here in the first half with just over 10 minutes to go. Your Spuds leading 4-0 on the Bell Bank scoreboard. That'll be Emily Starr carrying up the sideline for the Storm. And it will come back out to Kiana Gugasberg, who sends it out of bounds and be a Spuds throw-in. Feeney sends it into a wide-open Lila Stanley. She'll give it off to Summer Carlson, who plays it back to Emily Sukup. Sukup will send it over to Bernstrom. She'll find Wolf along the right sideline, who sends it back to Carlson up the middle. Carlson's pass is knocked away there by Froyland. But it'll come back out to Chloe Strom. Strom settles it near midfield and finds Watson. Watson dribbles it through the middle of the field for the Spuds. As Abby Fedma will chase her down along the far side of the box, and she'll give off to Gabby Wolf. Wolf sends it near the net, but it'll be out of bounds and be a Storm goal kick. Fernholz sends it in. It'll deflect off Moorhead's Gabby Wolf. And then off of Abby Fedema. Fedema with the ball along the far sideline for the Storm. And she'll play it up over the head of Gabrielle Fernholz. And Lila Stanley will take it there and give it off to Grace Bernstrom. Bernstrom finds Wolf along the far sideline. She'll carry it up, defended there by Froyland. Ball will be knocked back out to Caden Sharp. She'll give off to Chloe Strom. Strom makes a move into the box for the Spuds. And will deflect out of bounds there off Olivia Bauer. And be yet another Spud Boosters corner kick. So Watson will line it up again and send it into the box. Then we'll go all the way over to Grace Bernstrom along the far side, where Plemmel will keep it in bounds for the Storm. Give it out to Summer Carlson. Carlson gives off to Bernstrom. The ball will be taken away there by Froyland. Will be out of bounds and be a Moorhead Spud throw-in. Ball played into Caden Sharp. She'll give over to Strom, but pass intercepted there by Olivia Bauer of the Storm. Nice defensive play there. We'll be back out near midfield, played there by Gabrielle Fernholz, but chased down by Olivia Watson and given back to Ellie Feeney. Feeney fights with Emily Starr there, and Starr will come up with the ball for the Storm. And she'll send it all the way across the field to Ava Plemmel, who's defended there by Bernstrom. Plemmel sends it back across to Starr. And Starr will send it in near the net, but taken in by Emily Sukup. As Annalise Martinson made the charge in, but Sukup was right there to pick up the ball and send it back out for Moorhead. Chloe Strom, her pass is deflected by Froyland. There'll be a foul there on Strom and be a Sauk Rapids Rice Storm free kick. Froyland there to take the free kick for the Storm, as they look to get on the board here before the end of the first half with 7 minutes to play. She'll send it into the box and be taken in by Emily Sukup. Sukup will boot it out past midfield, that wind behind her back, but played there off the head of Froyland. And over to Chloe Strom. Strom sends it, but Froyland is right there again. She'll give it up to Emily Starr. Starr along the right sideline, looking for someone in the middle of the field, but no one's home. It'll be there for Summer Carlson, who gives it back to Sukup. and she will send it out to Fedema of the Storm. Ava Plum there to get the ball before it goes out of bounds. Working on Grace Bernstrom. It'll be Ellie Feeney who clears it up for the Spuds, and she looks for Olivia Watson. Watson with great speed now carries it into the box, settles it down. She will shoot, but shot deflected there off of Addison Froyland. She's putting together a nice game there on the backline defense for the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. As the Spuds will enter back in, Maria Zanotti, Ella Rice, Kate Casabud, and Sydney Tweeten back into the game.
Subbing in for the Moorhead Spuds, number 13, Maria Zanotti, number 16, Kate Casabud, number 4.
So the Spuds will get some new legs onto the field before the end of the first half here. And it'll be Casabud who plays it in. There'll be a foul there on Moorhead. It'll be a Storm free kick. Froyland there to take the free kick for the Storm. And it will be deflected off of Plemmel up to Gabrielle Fernholz, looking for Ava Plemmel again. But Summer Carlson will be there for the Spuds and let it roll out of bounds for a throw-in. Carlson sends it into Caden Sharp. Sharp makes a nice move and gives off to Ella Rice near midfield. Rice's pass is intercepted there by Plemmel. There'll be Kate Casabud with the ball now for the Spuds. Casabud finds Sharp. And she'll give it over to Ellie Feeney. Feeney sends it upfield, but her pass is deflected there by Eisenschenk. There'll be Sydney Tweeten with it for the Spuds. And her pass will go off of Fedema and be sent into Moorhead territory. That ball will roll out of bounds and be another Moorhead throw-in. Taken there by Allie Peters. Peters will send into Casabud. As Annalise Martinson plays some nice defense there for the Storm. There'll be Summer Carlson with it. Gives it back to Sukup, who avoids an oncoming Storm player. Gabrielle Fernholz was there putting the pressure on Sukup, and she had to get rid of it quickly. And it will result in a Sauk Rapids Rice Storm throw-in. Storm looking to see if they can get a goal here before the end of the half and cut down that Moorhead lead. It'll be Olivia Bauer there. She'll send it over to Chloe Ryder, but taken away by Ellie Feeney along the near sideline. That ball will roll out of bounds off of Feeney and be a Storm throw-in. Caden Sharp plays it back to Ellie Peters, who finds an open Kate Casabud. Casabud off to Zanotti. Zanotti will have it taken away there. It'll be Olivia Bauer. But again, Zanotti gets it back and gives off to Watson on the far sideline. Watson will hustle over and settle it down. She'll look in the middle for Sydney Tweeten. Tweeten into the box. She'll send one near the net, but it will roll out of bounds just outside the net and be a Sauk Rapids Rice goal kick. With 2 minutes to play here in the first half on the Bellbank scoreboard, Sauk Rapids Rice looking to see if they can get a quick goal before the end of the half, take some momentum into the halftime break. There'll be Konietzko there, and she'll play it off to Eisenschenk for the Storm. Feeney fighting against Chloe Ryder there for the ball, and she'll give it back to Summer Carlson. Carlson pass, Caden Sharp. and cleared there by Froyland. Froyland's clear will roll out of bounds and be another Moorhead throw-in. Kate Casabud plays over to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti with her left-footed pass up to Watson, and Watson finds Zanotti again. Nicely defended there by Ashley Konietzko of the Storm, and she'll send out of bounds for a Spud throw-in. Tweeting over to Zanotti. Back into Watson in the box. She'll fire off the legs there of Maggie Fernholz. Watson gets it back, and it'll be a goal for the Moorhead Spuds. So a nice play there by Watson. She fires it into the net, follows her own shot, and gets the rebound back and puts it back past Fernholz to extend the Moorhead lead to 5-0 here just before the end of the first half with 45 seconds to play on the Bell Bank scoreboard. Your Spuds now lead 5-0.
Time of the first half goal, 39 minutes, 15 seconds.
As Eisenschenk will play it out of bounds and be a Moorhead Spud throw-in. The Storm probably content to just take it into halftime and regroup and see if they can come back in the second half, as Moorhead holds on to a 5-0 lead here. Be a throw in there for the Storm into Olivia Bauer. But it'll be off the arm of Olivia Bauer and ruled a handball and be a Moorhead free kick. And the ref will blow the halftime whistle. So after 40 minutes of play here at Jim Goda Stadium, your halftime scoreboard on the Bell Bank halftime scoreboard reads Moorhead 5 and Sauk Rapids Rice 0. We'll be back shortly with more second half girls soccer action from Jim Goda Stadium right here on Spuds TV.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
And we welcome you back now for the second half here at Jim Goda Stadium. A little scoring recap for you. Maria Zanotti off to a fast start. She had 3 early goals for the Spuds to put them up 3-0. And then it was Ella Watsky tacking on another one to make it 4-0. And then just before the half, Olivia Watson with another goal to make it 5-0 Spuds as we enter play here in the second half. Again, the Spuds coming into this game with a record of 1-0, getting a win last Thursday in Ricori, taking on the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm here in the white jerseys. This is their first game of the season, so they're working out some of the kinks here, as Moorhead had a chance to do on Thursday. Kate Cossabud carries it up the near sideline for Moorhead. She'll fire it up, taken away there by Addison Froyland. Now we play back to Chloe Strom. Sent out by Ashley Konietzko. Over to Abby Fedema. And back to Chloe Strom, out of bounds off Fedema, and be a Moorhead throw-in. The JV Spuds took the first one today by a score of 10-0 as Watson sends it in just wide of the net there via Sauk Rapids Rice goal kick. A lot of Spud action this week. We have it for you right here on Spuds TV as the girls tennis team is in action tomorrow. And then girls swimming and diving on Thursday, as well as boys soccer on Thursday. So be sure to tune into Spuds TV this week to see all your Spud action. As Watson carries it in and gives off to Zanotti. Zanotti plays it back, deflected there by a Storm defender. So I believe it'll be a new goalie now for Sauk Rapids Rice. It'll be Bailey Ryder in net now. She'll wear the pink jersey. And on that Spud Boosters corner kick, Zanotti gives off to Watson. It'll be played back to Zanotti in the corner. Emily Starr's pass there for the Storm will go out of bounds. Be a Moorhead throw-in. Allie Peters there to take it for the Spuds. The Spuds happy to play more of a defensive brand of soccer here in the second half as they have a 5-0 lead. A nice play there by Maria Zanotti to kick it over the Sauk Rapids Rice defender, but again, Addison Froyland's there to make the play, and it'll be Zanotti again with it for the Spuds. The Spuds lead 5-0, and certainly content, but a nice pass there, and a nice finish by Olivia Watson. A nice pass there from Maria Zanotti into the box for Olivia Watson as she uses the outside of her right foot to get it by the newly entered Storm goaltender and extend the Spuds lead to 6-0. As Zanotti and Watson make a nice tandem up front for the Spuds.
Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 14 seconds of the second half.
Zanotti with her second assist of the night to Watson. Watson with her second goal. And as I mentioned before, Zanotti with the first 3 goals of the game for the Spuds. So those two contributing to 5 of the 6 goals. The ball will be played into Spud goaltender Emily Sukup. Sukup will have that wind to deal with in her face this half as they go the other way. A strong wind coming out of the west. It'll be played off the head there of Olivia Bauer into Ellie Feeney. Sends it over, and it'll be played there by Kate Cassabud back to Allie Peters. Peters gives off to Summer Carlson with Gabrielle Fernholz on her tail. Watson corrals it in for the Spuds, and she'll carry it upfield. Be off the foot of Ashley Konietzko. And sent out where Abby Fedema will chase it down and knock it out of bounds for a Spuds throw-in. Throw-in taken there by Sydney Tweeten, and she'll carry it up the far sideline. Tweeten's pass intercepted by Froyland and sent back out to Allie Peters. Peters makes a nice move there. Gives it off to Tweeten in the middle of the field. Tweeten looking for Watson, but her pass deflected by Froyland again. It will be sent out by Chloe Ryder. Out to Emily Starr. Starr chased down by Strom. She'll play it back to Feeney. Feeney sends it over to Carlson. Her pass will be taken by Annalise Martinson. There'll be Sydney Tweeten back in the middle of the field for the Spuds. That ball will be deflected out of bounds and be a Moorhead Spud throw-in. As the sun's setting here at Jim Goda Stadium, the lights turned on for a little night girls soccer action here on the beautiful turf at Moorhead High School. Strom looking for Zanotti. It'll be played there to Olivia Watson. Watson fires it on net, but a nice save there by the Storm goaltender. Entering in here for the second half, it's Bailey Ryder in net. She makes a nice stop there for the Storm. Starr carries it up the sideline for the Storm. It'll be ruled out of bounds there by the referee and be a Moorhead throw-in. So Feeney plays it into Strom. Chloe Strom gives it up to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti carries it towards the middle of the field and makes a move back towards the sideline. She carries it in the box with speed now. Makes a nice play to go around Addison Froyland to be another goal for Moorhead. Maria Zanotti with some nifty footwork there to get around the defender and slip it past the goaltender to push the Spud lead to 7-0 here in the second half on your Bell Bank scoreboard.
Moorhead Spud goal scored by number 13, Maria Zanotti.
Zanotti put in together quite a game here. It was Olivia Watson last game for the Spuds. She had 11 goals against Ricori. That's right, you heard that right, 11 goals. And Zanotti now saying it's my turn. She has 4 here against the Storm, as the Spuds are proven to be a potent offense. They'll be taken in by Bailey Ryder in net, and she'll boot it out. Summer Carlson plays it back to Emily Sukup. Sukup sends it up to Zanotti, plays it over the head of Eisenschenk. Zanotti carries it up the near sideline and makes a move back towards the middle. Zanotti fires just outside the box, and it'll be a nice shot into the net. Another goal for Maria Zanotti, her 5th of the night. And it'll be an 8-0 Moorhead lead on the Bell Bank scoreboard. With just over 30 minutes to play here in the game.
Maria Zanotti.
Not much the goaltender could do there as a well-placed shot from Zanotti just outside the box. Finds the back of the net. Zanotti tacks on her 5th goal of the game.
Time of the Spuds second half, goal.
Casabud plays it back to Allie Peters.
8 minutes, 15 seconds.
And she'll send it off of Chloe Ryder. It'll be played back to Peters near the Moorhead bench. Peters runs in there to Gabrielle Fernholz. And we played up to Sydney Tweeten. Tweeten making some nice moves back to the middle of the field. Defended by Olivia Bauer of the Storm. Tweeten gives back to Strom. She'll give it right back to Tweeten. Thinks about a shot, but decides against it. Zanotti over to Watson, right back to Zanotti, and she finds Chloe Strom, who fires it just over the top of the net. A nice passing play there by the Moorhead forwards to give it up to Chloe Strom, and she fires a shot just over the crossbar. Maria Zanotti there to take in the goal kick from Ryder. She'll carry it into the box and give off to Strom again. Strom back to Zanotti. Zanotti fakes a shot, fires with her left foot, deflected there by Ashley Konietzko. Another shot by Zanotti, and it'll be eventually saved by Bailey Ryder. A nice play there by the Storm goaltender. Zanotti's had her way most of the night, but not that time. It'll be played back to Lila Stanley. Kicked up field by Olivia Bauer, back to Summer Carlson. Storm applying some pressure here. It's Annalise Martinson gives it back to Gabrielle Fernholz. Way back to Martinson, but cleared there by Summer Carlson. It'll be Eisenschenk now with it for the Storm. She'll give off to Cora Welch. Welch's pass is taken away by Ellie Feeney. She'll give it up to Chloe Strom. Strom finds Olivia Watson. She carries it upfield, splitting through the Storm defenders, and she'll put it into the far side of the net. A goal for Olivia Watson. A nice play there to split through the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm defense, and a well-placed shot on the far side of the net, right past the goaltender.
Number 14, Olivia Watson.
As Watson adds another goal. Subbing back in for Moorhead will be Haley Bedford, Haley Clem, Ella Rice, and Ella Watsky. Watsky being the other goal scorer for Moorhead. Otherwise, it's been all Watson and Zanotti. Zanotti with 5 goals for the Spuds and Watson with 3.
For the Spud ladies, number 18.
They're proving to be a dynamic duo up front for the Spuds.
Ella Rice, number 5, Ella Watsky, and number 9, Haley Bedford.
Stanley plays it up to Watson. She gives it off again to Zanotti. Zanotti into the box. She'll kick it past the goaltender. It'll be another goal for the Moorhead Spuds. Another play from Watson to Zanotti. And it'll be another goal for the Moorhead Spuds. So that brings our score to 10-0 now.
Number 13, Maria Zanotti. Time of Zanotti's goal, 12 minutes, 10 seconds of the second half.
You can tell that Moorhead's had a game under their belt, and the Storm are playing their first game here. As Storm showing some nice plays, but just haven't had that game experience yet like Moorhead did last Thursday. It'd be nice to see the Storm get on the board here and put up some of a resistance against the Spuds. As Gabrielle Fernholz tries to put a shot on net, but it will roll wide and be a goal kick for Emily Sukup. Sukup will play it in Carlson. And Clem's pass will be taken away by Froyland. This is an experienced Moorhead Spud team with 7 seniors on the roster this year and lots of girls who have played lots of varsity minutes, and they're showing it tonight as they currently have a 10-0 lead here on the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. Caden Sharp plays it up to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti looks for Watson. Watson gets around the defender, but a nice play there by the goaltender Bailey Ryder to come out and kick it away before Watson had a chance to get her feet on it. There'll be Annalise Martins in there, and ball will be taken away by Caden Sharp and sent back to Emily Sukup. Sukup gives it up to Haley Bedford. Her pass will be intercepted there, but taken right back by Ellie Feeney. Feeney gives up to Watsky. Her pass is deflected out of bounds by Abby Fedema and be a Moorhead Spud throw-in. Entering the game for the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm will be Natalie Stiegel, and back in for the Spuds will be number 2, Haley Stordahl. Pass played there by Ella Rice and taken onto the feet of Emily Starr, as Haley Bedford will send it back over to Watsky. Olivia Bauer sends it upfield, but a nice play there by Ellie Feeney to intercept it. She'll send it up for Olivia Watson. Watson carries it into the box. She'll fire a shot just wide of the net, and it will be a Storm goal kick. As we near the midpoint of the second half here, it's been all Spuds so far. Storm having some chances but not being able to capitalize, and the Spuds on the other hand being able to capitalize on their chances. It's another nice play there by Addison Froyland for the Storm. They'll be sent back and cleared out by Abby Fedema. Caden Sharp gives off to Haley Bedford, and she'll send it back to Clem. Stordahl gives off to Ellie Feeney on the far side of the field. Feeney sends it in where it's cleared out by Abby Fedema off the chest of Lila Stanley, deflected there by Gabrielle Fernholz, now given off to Caden Sharp. Sharp will give off to Rice, right back to Sharp. Looking for Stordahl, but it'll be off her head and knocked out of bounds by Froyland. It'll be another Moorhead Spud throw-in. Ball played onto the feet of Haley Stordahl wearing those neon green cleats. Hard to miss her on the field. It'll be played back to Haley Clem. Clem fakes the pass and carries it into the box. Makes a nice move, and she fires with her left foot into the top corner of the net. A nice shot there from Haley Clem off her left foot. And she will get on the scorecard for the Moorhead Spuds. So the Spuds getting some different people involved now.
Moorhead Spud goal scored by number 18, Haley Clem.
That's the Spuds' 4th different goal scorer tonight, with Zanotti, Watson, Watsky, and now Clem putting a nice shot into the top corner of the net. Just a really tough play for the Storm goaltender there. Nothing she could do.
Time of Clem's goal, 17 minutes, 45 seconds of the second half.
That ball will be taken away by Gabrielle Fernholz of the Storm. She'll make a nice move, but Ellie Feeney's there to take it back. She'll send it up to Cora Welch. Haley Bedford plays it back to Stordahl. It'll be Haley Bedford there again. Defended by Abby Fedema. And will be played back to Froyland. Froyland gives back to Fedema. Her pass is intercepted by Haley Clem. Clem gives off to Bedford, over to Olivia Watson. Ashley Konietzko there for the Storm to make a nice defensive play. And they'll be back out to Caden Sharp, who looking for Ella Rice. And Rice will track it down. It'll be back to Haley Stordahl, who gives it up to Ellie Feeney. Feeney sends it in, and it is kicked out by Addison Froyland. It'll be out of bounds for a Moorhead Spud throw-in. Back into the game now for the Moorhead Spuds will be Gabby Wolf, Chloe Strom, and Grace Bernstrom. So they'll replace Ella Rice, Haley Clem, and Haley Bedford. Feeney plays the throw-in into Watson. She'll carry it into the box. Her pass is knocked away there by Fedema. Bernstrom there, played again by Fedema. Fedema will send it upfield, but Emily Sukup will come way out of the net and make a nice play by the Spud goaltender there to eliminate that scoring chance for the Storm. Strom with a nice through ball to Watson as she'll settle it down inside the box. She gives off to Gabby Wolf, and that will be another Moorhead Spud goal. So a nice play there by Olivia Watson to settle it down inside the box and find her open teammate, Gabby Wolf, standing in the middle. As Gabby Wolf gets on the scoreboard with her first goal of the night. After a nice play from Watson to find her teammate, send it into the back of the net.
Number 11, Gabby Wolf.
So we play here with just under 19 minutes to go in the game at Jim Goda Stadium.
Time of Wolf's goal, 21 minutes, 15 seconds of the second half.
Well, if there's a positive the Storm can take away from the game is that their defense has played exceptional. I mean, they've given up 12 goals, but they have had countless scoring chances where they have knocked it away from Moorhead, and their goaltenders have made nice plays. We'll see if the Storm can get on the board here before the end of the game. So they show signs of life, but just haven't been able to put one home yet to get on the board. That will be Ava Plemmel along the far sideline. And Feeney's there, but it'll be sent back to Plemmel. The ball will be ruled out of bounds and be another Moorhead Spud throw-in. Carlson plays it up, and we played off the head of Froyland. Back to the Moorhead Spuds defense. Ball will be sent in by Olivia Bauer, and Sukup will take it there. Throw it out to Gabby Wolf. Wolf, the latest Spuds goal scorer. The 5th different one tonight for the Spud ladies. As that ball will be played off the head of Fedema and given back to Wolf along the Spud bench. Ball played off Stordahl, defended there by Kiana Gugesberg, and sent all the way back down to the field. Will be picked up by Emily Sukup. Starting to become a bit of a chilly night here at Jim Goda Stadium. That sun went down, and just a little bit of a breeze out there on the field, but a nice night for soccer overall as we play here in the second half. Stordahl looking for Watson, but it'll be into the arms of Bailey Ryder. Ryder's punt played to Olivia Bauer, sent back to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk carrying up the sideline. Her pass will be out of bounds, deflected off Strom, and be a Storm throw-in, but taken there by Lila Stanley and given up to Chloe Strom. Strom sends it up to Watsky. Watsky looking to send it through to Watson, but again it'll be picked up by Bailey Ryder and be sent back out near midfield. Ryder's punt skips past Sharp over the head of Fernholz and onto the feet of Emily Sukup, who plays it out to Summer Carlson. Summer Carlson finds Gabby Wolf. Wolf defended there by Olivia Bauer. And played back to Caden Sharp. Sharp's pass deflected. It'll be Olivia Watson, but her pass is taken away. Her dribble is taken away by Fedema of the Storm. It'll be Ava Plemmel with it now along the far sideline. She'll give up to Gabrielle Fernholz behind the Spud defense, but it'll be ruled offsides. So a nice play there by the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm, but Fernholz ruled just barely offsides. That'll be a Moorhead free kick. Strom plays it up, looking for Watson. Watson in behind the defense. She will kick it just wide of the net. Watson upset with herself that she missed the net, but she can't be too upset as she'd already scored a few goals tonight. And back into the game now for Moorhead will be Haley Clem, Allie Peters, Kate Casabud, and Sydney Tweeden.
Stepping in for the Moorhead Spud ladies, number 18, Haley Clem.
Free kick played off the head of
4,
Fedema
and
and sent back into the box by Haley Clem.
number 16, Kate Kosovo, and number 3, Allie Peters.
It'll be played there by Ashley Konietzko, defended by Allie Peters, and sent back out to Ellie Feeney. And she'll let it roll out of bounds for a throw-in. Feeney there to take another throw-in for the Spuds. As the time trickles down here in the second half. Just under 13 minutes to play on the Bell Bank scoreboard. And that will go out of bounds and be a Sauk Rapids Rice goal kick. Allie Peters carries it into the box now for the Spuds. She'll get over to Gabby Wolf. It gives off to Haley Stordahl. But a nice play there taken away. And they'll be back to Caden Sharp. Sharp gives it up to Tweeten. She makes a move around Konietzko and sends it into the box. Tweeten gives it up to Sharp, and she'll send it over the crossbar. A nice pass there from Tweeten to find Sharp at the top of the box, but her shot will be just over the top of the net. And be another Storm goal kick.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that the Spud boys soccer team will be here at Jim Goda Stadium this Thursday with games at 5 and 7. Spud boys varsity and JV soccer right here at Halmras Field this Thursday in the afternoon and evening.
Storm pushing it up the field now. There'll be a shot put on net there by Chloe Ryder, defended by Ellie Feeney. Be off the hands of Emily Sukup. It'll be a Sauk Rapids Rice Storm corner kick. Subbing back into the game now for the Storm will be number 3, Justice Florin.
Checking in for the Storm, number 3, Justice Florin.
As the Storm will see if they can try and get something on the board here on a corner kick. A nice chance here for the Storm. See if they can leave the field feeling a little bit better about themselves tonight if they could get one in the back of the net here. A low corner kick sent out by Ellie Feeney out to Kate Casabud. She'll carry it up the field. Back to Casabud, but her touch will be just out of bounds and be a throw in there for the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. Bauer plays it into Fernholz. Natalie Stiegel plays it into Emily Sukup, and she'll send it right back out to Haley Clem, who dribbles it up the near sideline and looks for Gabby Wolf. That pass will be taken away there by Abby Fedema. Fedema tries to make a move by Wolf, but a nice defensive play there as Wolf carries it into the box, sends it at Ryder. That ball will go out of bounds. A nice save there by Bailey Ryder. It'll be past the end line and be another Spud Boosters corner kick for Moorhead. Thank you for being with us tonight on Spuds TV, watching Moorhead Spud girls soccer as they take on the Sauk Rapids Rice Storms. The corner kick will be sent out of bounds there off the foot of Allie Peters and be a Storm goal kick. Subbing back in for the Storm will be number 49, Emily Starr. We hope you can join us tomorrow afternoon for some Spud girls tennis. Right back here on Spuds TV. Allie Peters plays it into the box and she sends it back to Kate Casabud. Casabud will put a shot on net and it'll be deflected out of bounds there by Bailey Ryder. A nice save as Casabud is looking to put it in the top corner of the net, but Ryder extends the arms and gets the save there for the Storm. Both the Storm goaltenders tonight making some nice plays in net. As they are piling up the saves. Clem there for another Spud Boosters Moorhead corner kick. She'll send it in, played by Caden Sharp, off to Haley Stordahl. And fought for there by Tweeten. But it'll be Fedema of the Storm who clears it out. As she looks for Florin, will be taken away by Carlson. Carlson looking to send one on net, but her shot will be just wide and be another Storm goal kick. The Storm goal kick will go out of bounds and be a Moorhead throw-in as Ellie Feeney runs up to take it in. Ball will be played over to Emily Starr of the Storm. She'll carry it towards the middle of the field. They'll be taken there by Haley Clem over to Gabby Wolf. Wolf sends it back to Summer Carlson. She'll send it all the way back to Emily Sukup. Just over 6 minutes here to play in this Minnesota girls high school soccer action between the Moorhead Spuds and the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm. It's been all Spuds this evening as they lead 12-0 here late in the second half. Storm will set up a free kick. We played off the chest of Ellie Feeney. It'll be Gabrielle Fernholz now with it for the Storm. She'll get it back and try to play it through to Emily Starr, but it'll be taken away by Haley Clem. Fernholz with it again, splits through the Spud defenders. She carries it into the box. But a nice play there by Summer Carlson. It'll be sent out of bounds and be a Storm throw-in. Spud defense certainly playing well tonight. Pitching a shutout as of right now. Anytime the Storm have had any hope of scoring, the Spud ladies have been right there to deny their chance, as they've been a brick wall all evening. Ball played off Allie Peters there. She'll try and track it down, but it'll be rolling out of bounds, out of her reach, and be another Storm throw-in. Some substitutions in for the Spuds. Chloe Strom, Ella Rice, along with Haley Bedford and Ella Watsky. Moorhead Spuds' next game will be this Thursday as they will travel down to St. Cloud to take on the Eagles of St. Cloud Apollo. Watsky plays it into the box, but it'll be offsides as Tweeten fires it into the back of the net, but it'll be ruled offsides by the referee. And there'll be no goal for Moorhead. Froyland sends it out, taken away by Strom.
Subbing in for
Played there to
Moorhead,
Eisencheck.
15, Chloe Strom. Number 5, Ella Watsky.
Feeney sends it all the way back to
Number
Sukup.
9, Haley Bedford.
She'll play it off to
Number
Summer
19,
Carlson.
Ella Rice.
Carlson over to Clem on the near sideline. Under 3 minutes to play here in the second half. This one all but wrapped up from home rest field at Jim Goda Stadium. As Ella Rice will retain possession there for the Spuds and give it back to Tweeten. Tweeten over to Strom, just outside the box. Her left-footed kick will be just outside the net and be a goal kick for the Storm. The Spud boys will be in action tomorrow as they travel to Sauk Rapids Rice to take on the Storm. That'll be a 7 o'clock start time for them. So we had the boys game here last Thursday at home against Ricori on Spuds TV. They prevailed 4-1 and moved their record to 1-0 on the season.
Remaining in the second half of play.
Tweeten fires it in, deflected off of Froyland, and it'll be a Spud Boosters corner kick for Moorhead. But a nice game played last Thursday by the Moorhead boys. Looking forward to having them here on Spuds TV again this Thursday. as Feeney's corner kick will go off the side of the net and be a goal kick for the Storm. Chloe Strom takes it in now for the Spuds. It'll be Eisenschenk who fires it out of bounds for the Storm, be a Moorhead throw-in. As we are under the 1 minute mark here, left in this second half. The ball will be cleared out by Froyland over to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk will fight off Strom there along the far sideline. She'll play it back to Ashley Konietzko. Fires it up, it'll be taken by Ellie Feeney. Feeney gives off to Stanley. It'll be fired right back by Froyland. Again, we thank you for joining us tonight on Spuds TV for girls soccer action. We'll be right back here tomorrow on Spuds TV with girls tennis. As the final whistle sounds, and on the Bell Bank scoreboard, it'll be your Moorhead Spuds 12 and the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm 0. Thank you for joining us tonight for girls soccer. As the girls soccer team improves to 2-0, and they will play again, as I said, on Thursday against St. Cloud Apollo. From all of us here at Spuds TV, this is Riley Swenson signing off.
Soccer squad. Once again, the Spud boys.